A 40 gigabits megaleak of a series of barbaric clips including torture videos have emerged, allegedly depicting widespread rape and brutalization of inmates in Russian jails. The material is part of a leak which implicates the Federal Security Service of the Russian Federation, once headed by Vladimir Putin, and the country's prison authorities. The graphic images and footage, which the Mirror has chosen not to show due to its graphic nature, are described as a torture conveyor belt in jails where it is alleged rapists are deployed to break male inmates. Russia said today that they had fired 5 senior prison officials and opened a slew of criminal investigations into alleged torture and sexual assaults at a jail in the Saratov region. The firings included that of the director of the prison where the alleged abuse took place and the head of the regional prison service. A shocking 40 gigabits of video material, documents and photographs have been smuggled out of Russia showing the orchestrated abuse, according to anti-torture group Gulagu.net. One video highlights a naked man screaming in pain as he is tied to a bed and violated with a mop handle at a tuberculosis hospital in a jail in the city of Saratov in February 2020, it is alleged. Separately, inmates compromised by the authorities are shown urinating on a fellow prisoner. Acts of male rape are also shown amid claims that all civilized norms have broken down in the Russian prison system. Guards tortured prisoners who were then forced to torture other inmates, it is alleged. The horrific trove of rape, intimidation and violence material reportedly comes from jails in 6 Russian regions and will now be passed to the United Nations and Council of Europe for investigation. The material was leaked by a Belarusian programmer jailed in Saratov who was used by the authorities to collate their sickening collection of torture videos filmed on prison-issue camcorders, says the group. The programmer, now released and seeking political asylum in the West, copied the material and carried it out of Russia, it is claimed. Referring to U.S. National Security Agency whistleblower Edward Snowden, now living in exile in Russia, Vladimir Suchkin, who runs Gulagu.net, said, "We call him our Belarusian Snowden." Sign up for our daily newsletter to keep up to date with all the essential information at www.mirror.co.uk/email. It was the first time that human rights defenders have obtained such a colossal amount of information proving the systemic nature of torture in Russia. Osechkin says there is evidence that 200 inmates have been tortured and raped by FSB and FSB agents in Russian penitentiaries, with 40 depicted on videos. The prison service leadership had launched an investigation into the videos. Putin's spokesman Dmitry Peskov said, "If the authenticity of these materials is confirmed, then, of course, this is a reason for a serious probe." But first it's necessary to quickly but calmly sort this out and establish their authenticity. Late on Tuesday, Colonel Alexei Fedotov, 55, head of the FSN's Saratov service, resigned. Fedotov drafted a letter of resignation. He is currently on vacation, from which he may not return to work, a source told Interfax. Russia's Prosecutor General's office launched a probe. Vladimi, based in France, said, "The Russian authorities are being hypocritical and are doing everything they can to distance themselves from this torture conveyor belt, which was created by FSN and FSB generals, and was used to suppress the will of convicts." He has vowed to release more material in the coming days. The videos prove that FSB and FSN operatives use rape and other torture to force the cooperation and compliance of inmates, he said. They themselves become part of the torture machine by snitching on other inmates or by signing false testimonies prepared by investigators, said RFE/RL's Russian service. Read more. Read more.